Ooh, I look a mess. Ooh. Hey everyone, come in. Something about hey. All the kids is gone. So I'm bored. Just sitting here bored. So I figured I'd hop on live real quick in between studying and taking notes. The sun is burning me up. Hey. There's something in my eye. Hey guys. Ugh. I think I got it out. Hey everyone. What's up? Look at my hair. My hair's a mess. I literally just like didn't even bother getting dressed. I just like opened the books and got into the books. Hey everyone. The kids is not here. Nana took them. Nana and Papa took them. And I'm kind of glad because I know I'm out back and the sun's going down. So I should have went out front because the shade. I'm burning right now. I'm ready for it to be over too. The nightlight clubs. Oh, not for the nightclubs. You stupid. Hey, chef. Um, yeah, I don't want the nightclubs to reopen. But I understand you ain't got no kids, so it's a different story. Ugh. So I woke up to some crazy shit this morning, and I don't even know what the hell. But all I know is that um, LSA, I love you guys. It was not like that. So I just been like what the hell? So then on top of it, not to mention all the crazy shit that's been going on in the news. Tamar Braxton was admitted to the hospital because she was unconscious. Reverend Lewis, he passed away. It's just a lot. And then all the tea that was being spilled on LSA about Tasha, it's just, it's a lot. It's just a lot going on. Something's in my eye. And no, I didn't go to sleep or anything and just woke up. I just didn't do my hair, put on makeup this morning. Weekends is my day off when it comes to makeup. I try not to wear makeup every day. I try to do it like once or twice a week. Yeah, I doubt we gonna have I doubt we're gonna be able to go back to normal. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Like I had an event that I was supposed to go to today, but they canceled it because the numbers jumped so high out here. And I go out, because I have to do filming and I do projects and stuff. But I wear a mask when I go out. I don't I don't go out just to be going out. Like the kids, they went to my sister-in-law's house, but that's it. And my sister-in-law and them, they don't go nowhere. They stay in the house too. Oh, child, the tea on Lipstick Alley about Tasha. Apparently, she's not legally married to her husband. That's what I saw. And her husband's a janitor, so he don't make six figures. I ain't got no receipts to prove any of this. I'm just going based off of what LSA said. So I only went on LSA because I got an email this morning from somebody saying that they felt some type of way about my live with Divine, and I'm just like, uh, that's not how I took it, but I can't speak for somebody else. I mean, my bad. Hey, Flower Bomb. See, that's why I don't really like, unless there's like receipts or something like that, I really don't share anything. But I mean, it's juicy tea to me. I don't know about y'all. I just be looking in the side, like, No, what made my chin drop to the floor was what the person that said, what they said in Mommy Knuckles' comments about Tasha, why Tasha's no longer a foster parent because her husband did something to the kids. That was a jaw dropper. I was just like, yo, okay, alrighty then. That's crazy. I usually don't like on my feed has changed since like the whole George Floyd situation. My feed changed on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Plus I got into like the conspiracy theories like the Epstein and Pizzagate and Fragglegate. Like I'm all into that. So um my whole feed has changed. So I don't see half of the stuff that's going on. I watch some stuff like if it popped like if I click over to the subscription side, and that's rare, but I mostly try to find people that I like their channel. And some people I have my notifications on and I'm not getting none of your notifications. And we all know why, because YouTube sucks. So if it looked like your number went up and down, like your subscription number, it's because I unsubscribed and resubscribed so I can hit the notification bell. I look a mess. Oh. Yeah, I'll do another clothing haul. I was supposed to do another clothing haul. Hold on, let me go downstairs because Leon is laying in the bed. Um, I don't mind doing another clothing haul. I was supposed to be doing another clothing haul, but I went through pretty little things, and like it took 2 months for me to even get any information about it. I ended up like I had to email them and tell them like what the hell's going on with my order, and they were like, "Oh, but well, it got messed up. Like it got held up in processing or something. Like half your orders available and the other half sold out." And I'm just like, "You couldn't email me?" So I told them to refund me. So I gotta reorder the clothes. You clutching your curls. But yeah, I'll do another. I plan on doing another clothing haul. And I gotta go clothes shopping for the kids, specifically for the baby, because I just went clothes shopping for her, and um all her pants are like high waters on her now. She's she growing, she getting big. Right? It's all quiet. It's like so weird. And they left like around 12 o'clock, so they probably won't be back until like 8 o'clock. Knowing Nana. I'm trying to set you guys up real quick. And sorry if it's sideways. It's just how it happened. I mean, the wrong way. I know. My oldest two, they were trying to act like they wasn't gonna go. Like they was bosses. I'm like, hold up, the other three going? Y'all got to go. Y'all not sitting up in your room all day, on your phones, and y'all been hassling me and bugging me for months since like Memorial Day because they know Memorial Day it opens up they open up the pool and they've been bugging me for months to go swimming and my sister-in-law has a pool. So it's like you got the opportunity, you better take your butt up there and go swimming. Get out. I ain't got time. Get out. Exactly. I don't think things are going to be the same because of COVID. I think it's going to be a couple years before it dies down because it's just crazy. I think this is the norm. Like out here, we were open and they didn't even have like they originally had the rule about where you had to wear mask all the time, blah blah blah. Then they took it away, then we reopened, and now we're reclosed and now we have to wear mask again. And I'm just like, this state is weird. I'm like, we should have never reopened in the first place. I do it. Oh, maybe I should go take a nap. Leon, the idea of Leon sitting laying in the bed like, and there ain't no kids here. I can take a nap. So yeah, I'm trying to take a nap. Yeah, I don't mind the vaccine. I'm just worried about being chipped. I'll wait in a couple of years for that. I ain't taking nothing that's in the third trial. Like it's in the third stage of trials. Like no, nope. That's what they did with the HPV vaccine, and like now all these people have issues. Well, nobody followed the rules out here. Like it didn't make a difference out here, even though we was on lockdown. Nobody was following the rules. Nobody was doing what they were supposed to be doing out here. So I'm not surprised that the numbers went up. I'm not surprised that people, because majority of the people out here are from like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, New York, and for the most part, people have been going to New York and going to Jersey and going to Delaware, and so ain't nobody's following the rules, and they feel like there is no rules because a lot of the governors for the states are like basically saying like this is what we recommend, but we're not mandating it because they don't want people to feel like they're being martial law, even though technically it kind of is. So they're pretty much telling people like it's an advisement, but it's not like a requirement. But then they call it a mandate, and I'm like, they don't make no sense. I think it's a mess. I'm so tired. I think it's because I was up late and I didn't go to bed until late. And then I got up early. Like I was up early, like 4 o'clock in the morning early. I went to bed at like 2 and I woke up. I had a nightmare, that's why. And then I just couldn't go back to sleep. Yeah, that's what I heard too, Mommy on the Budget. I heard the same thing. That's why I'm like, mm, oh. Oh no. And now, mind you, I'm not a non-vaxxer. I vaccinate my kids. They're just on a delayed vaccine like schedule because I don't believe in giving them like three different vaccines in one day. I make them space it out. Only because of the incident that I had with Journey. Like his fever got really extremely high and he had a seizure. So, and I know it's not like it was like a bad thing because of the vaccine. It's a natural reaction from like with your body when it comes to the kids. Their fever goes up because their body's naturally trying to fight the live virus that's in their body. But they gave him three of them at one time, and ever since then I said no. We're gonna do a delay schedule. It's like right now, Araya, she's up to date on all hers. But we take our time. We not gonna rush it. yawning all of a sudden. Maybe I do need to go take a nap. Yeah. See, I'm not against it. I'm for vaccines. No shade to other parents for about it, but like that's just my personal preference because I would like for my kids to have opportunities when they get a certain age. Like my kids are really smart, so like if an opportunity comes for them to like travel the world or something like that, I don't want them to have to scramble to get all their vaccines just because of my choice. Like no, I don't want them to have that opportunity to be able to do what they want to do, and by not vaccinating them in the future, that messes that up for them. So that's just how I look at it. Like that was something that me and Leon talked about for a long time before we decided, because for after that situation that happened with Journey, I wanted to be like a non-vaxxer, 100%. Like I was just like so scared, but oh wait, oh my computer's restarting. Um, but yeah, and then Leon came up me with that with that debate or that point on why we should. Like he was like, I understand what your concerns and your worries or whatever, but he was like, you got to think about them because it's not technically our choice, it's their choice, and at some point in time, that's not what that's not what happened with my nephew. But maybe that's different because he was in the military and because his mom didn't vaccinate him. So when he went into the military, he had to get all his vaccines. So maybe but then again, if my kids decide they want to go to the military, that's their choice. So, but I was told that if I wanted to take the kids to Africa, they have to get a certain vaccine and they have to have certain vaccines, especially the ones that I wanted to deny, like I didn't want them to have. So they wouldn't be able to go to Africa unless they get those vaccines anyways. And I don't have a specific religion to show proof to say that I don't want them because of it. Yeah, I don't know. Because I know for a fact at some point in time, once they have a COVID vaccine for everybody, um, or if it's like the flu shot or something like that, they're gonna mandate that as a requirement for them to go to school. I know California is like that. I know where you live at, they're really hardcore about vaccines. So I don't know what parents are gonna do when that happens. I know a lot of people say that they don't care, they're just gonna homeschool, which I'm not against it. I homeschool my kids now. So I know a lot of people are like, nope, I ain't doing it. I don't judge anybody else who does it. That's not for me, but I just I don't see the point of stressing myself out more than what I already have. Like out here, the kids had to have the vaccines, like certain vaccines, in order to go to school. Maryland is not like that. Maryland, like the doctor, he gave me a note and was like, okay, and Maryland accepted it. But out here in Pennsylvania, they don't play. They don't care. Oh, see, yeah, that's a different story. For medical reasons, that's a different story. If you have medical reasons or for religion reasons, then yeah, you don't need vaccines to travel. But if there's no other reason for it, they don't care. You can't travel. They'll deny you. They'll deny your passport. Oh, I don't know what to do with myself because the kids is not here now. I'm usually like doing something with them. We're always going to the park. I wish my park had a sprinkler, like a water park type thing. Like my park is the only one out of the whole city that don't have it. Like, I wish. No, I'm lying. I think the one I'm near, and there's another one that don't have sprinklers or like the water system in the park, and it's boring. But we usually just go to the one that has the creek because that's more fun for them. They can look for a crawfish. They're like, "Can we eat these?" I'm like, "No, leave those in there." I'm not. I like the ones that are already frozen. I don't want the one that's alive. I can't do it. See, and that's why I did the delay shots because that one time that scared the shit out of me and Leon. He was good. So ever since then we stopped doing like 2 or 3 shots, and no, they only get 1 shot at a time. Because that's what we did with Araya, and she rarely ever gets sick. When we was doing like with the other kids, we were doing it like as scheduled, and they were always sick. It doesn't give, I feel like when you give them the vaccines all at once, it doesn't give their bodies enough time to decipher between which one and then which antibodies to create and destroy when it comes to the virus. It's not, it's too much for their little bodies. So when you do it one at a time, it gives your body enough time to decipher and go through the process. Yeah, I can't do live crawfish. We have them in the creek out here, but I can't. No. That's why I be telling them put them back. We'll get the ones in the freezer section. I love live blood mud bugs. Leon calls them sea bugs. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a shrimp. It could be a lobster. It could be a crawfish. It could be any of them. And he calls them sea bugs. Hey, Sammy. I'm trying not to go to sleep because I have a meeting at 8 o'clock. And I know if I go to fall asleep, I'm going to miss my time to meet with somebody or my phone conference, my phone video, whatever conference that I'm having. It's like a meeting. I don't want to miss that. Yeah. I don't like doctors that are pushy. So when they become pushy, I demand for a new one. And usually if you go to like a clinic like me because I get welfare, because that's pretty much the only places that accept our insurance, um, they have multiple doctors. So you don't have to stick with that same doctor. You can just say, I want a new one. You can request a new one. Or you can put them like on your list to like ban list or something like that. I don't know how it is for yours because I know not all doctors' offices like that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with crawfish when they're frozen and I just steaming them up. But the live ones, no. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Nana had a mosquito in her bedroom and I was running. I don't like bugs. I am scared of bugs. I don't like them. Now it's different if I'm camping or I'm out in the woods or I'm hiking because that's their home. Like that's how I look at it. I'm like, I'm in your home, so I'm technically invading your space. But when you're near my house or you're on the block, like this is a house, like there's no woods, no bushes. Why are you here? That's how I look at it. Like, why are you here? Go ahead, you can ask any questions. Oh, my stomach. I'm not gonna be on here long. I'll probably be on here for like less than an hour. Because I gotta go back to homework. Like, y'all wanna see, like, look at my books over there. I got all that stuff over there that I gotta do. I still have a lot of homework to do. It's a lot. And I'm not slacking. It's just I know what it is about the when it comes to finals, because what I'm trying to do is take all my notes and redo them so that I can have like a cheat sheet, because we're allowed to have a cheat sheet. It's technically open book, but it's timed. So I need a cheat sheet because I ain't got time to be fishing through pages. Anyway, got time for that. Right, exactly. Well, see, I'm the kids are not so bad um with bugs, except for Akina. More so Akina. Akina's like me, and Arai. Arai's like me. She's scared. She'd be scary. And the kids always get me sick, but we never get Leon sick. Like Leon never gets sick ever. Like his immune system is really, really good. How do you get food stamps and medical without putting Leon on child support? Leon's not. Leon's on my case. Like he's added on my case. So like they count him, his income, and then they count mine and my income, and then all the kids. Now my oldest, her dad is on child support. I had to put him on child support. And he's hot like a hot. He's hotter than fish grease because of it. Oh well, I offered to get his uh rights terminated, and that was the end of it. Y'all, why his mama blocked me and my daughter on Facebook? She blocked my daughter and me on Facebook. Like, honey, like seriously? I don't understand why they would put him on child support if he's on the case. Like that makes no sense. That's weird. Like if y'all are in the same household, because usually they ask you, is there any parent that's there, and like any parent that's not there for the child that lives in the household, they usually ask you that. So I don't know why they would put him on child support if y'all are in the same household. That makes no sense. Maybe you filled it out wrong. Not Nana, the other mother-in-law that I have. She blocked my daughter and blocked me because she didn't like what my daughter said to her. And I'm like, she's not a child. I've been saying that I've had issues with her, and you just ignored me. And then she went on Facebook and called me a dirty cunt because I wouldn't let her see the kids. And I'm like, I'm not keeping them from you. I just said that you can't see them. Like they can still talk to you and stuff. They can still message you. But unfortunately, I'm listening to my kids and what they're saying. I want their opinions, and their opinions matter. So they don't want shit to do with you because they're for their own reasons, each individually for their own reasons. So if my kids, I tell them, she's trying to get a hold of you. She messaged you. She wants to get a hold of y'all. They choose not to read the messages or go on Facebook. And so she got mad at me and just assumed that I didn't want to, like I was just keeping the girls from her. And I'm like, they are not babies. They are grown. Pretty much. Like they pretty much do what the fuck they want to do. Sometimes I have to tell them to bring it back. Remember who you're talking to, remember where you're at. But for the most part, like I've said that. And she got upset, and she just like she didn't like that my daughter confronted her and asked her why. And so she took like, and she didn't like what my daughter said, so she took it as my daughter was being disrespectful. And I just laughed it off because I'm like, I told you she can get real reckless with her mouth. I told you she can be real disrespectful and ignorant. She was doing it to me, and just because you wasn't getting it, she was playing this facade. She was putting on a mask, because kids do that because they're afraid of being rejected and judged for who they really are. And I'm open with my kids. I told my daughter, I said, you're 14. Like if you don't want to be treated like that, I'm not going to treat you like that. You tell me what your boundaries are. You tell me which how you want to be like what your level of respect is, and where you want to put that line at, because I have my boundaries, but so do you. Like you're not a child anymore. Like you're a young woman. So she told me that. So I was like, speak your mind. Say how you want to feel. Like, and she took it the wrong way. So I told her, I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to tell my kid that she's wrong. And she wasn't disrespectful to her grandmother at all. She wasn't being disrespectful. She told her how she felt. And she just ignored what she said about how she felt and just kept like throwing shit in her face. Like it was just, it was over. It was like ridiculous. So I told my daughter, I said, you wasn't disrespectful at all. You just spoke how you felt. And she took it the wrong way. And you told her it's not to hurt your feelings, but this is X, Y, and Z. And she took it the wrong way anyway. So, anyway, I told my kid, I said, you know what? That's her loss, not yours. Not you didn't lose nothing. She lost you. He was the person over the case and he still tried to. That's weird. I've never heard no shit like that. I would try and get a hold of the commissioner in your county because that sounds weird. And the commissioner will actually help you, either the commissioner or the senate that's in your area, in your county. They will help you figure out what's going on because that's incorrect. Hey, Queen. So yeah, that whole situation with that woman was weird. And I'm like, I don't even hate y'all. What's going on? Like my kids decide what they're not babies. I'm not gonna force them to go somewhere where they don't want to go. Like that just defeats the purpose. They're not babies. They express exactly how they feel. So if they don't want to go over there, they're not going over there. And if you ask me, okay, no. And she get mad at me, they said no. Ooh, child. And I feel like me, like, my kids are old enough. They have their phones, they have their own social media accounts. What does that look like me trying to make plans and talk to somebody else about plans that they want to make with somebody else? Like, that just defeats the whole, like, that makes no sense. That defeats the whole purpose of me giving phones to my kids. I mean, y'all tell me. That just defeats the whole purpose of it. So that means you can reach out to her, and if they choose not to reach back out, that's not my problem. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. That shit was a mess. So yeah, that's what I was dealing with. So it's funny how, and then I also, um, on my personal Facebook page, I also put it out there like what I was like, what I've dealt with in the past because like I've mentioned it on YouTube, but I've never told my kids like the true details of everything that happened to me when I was a kid growing up. So I figured if it's already on YouTube and people that follow me and, are on my Facebook page and everything know, what it is. So I told my kids the truth and I just kind of like put it out there how like I no longer am allowing what happened to me control how I parent my kids because I now seeing that how I was raised is affecting how I raise my kids. And so I was like, basically, that's just not what happened. And I just got bombarded with a whole bunch of bullshit from Nate. So sometimes when I post things on my community tab, it is not about YouTube. It's usually about my personal life because I have a lot of shit going on in the back. Because people are crazy. Yeah, I would get a hold of the commissioner. Don't don't agree to nothing. Have somebody else look into it, the commissioner or the Senate's office. Yeah, freaking fly in the house. It's goddamn kids. Always leaving my door open. But yeah, what are you guys up to on a Saturday? I don't have nothing. I ain't doing nothing. Was that Nana's party back with the kids? That's what it sounds like. I was looking for these shelves that I bought to start putting up stuff in here. You know what I mean? Even though it was like 2 years later. But now I can't find any of the stuff that I bought. Oh, no. That's somebody else. Braiding my hair. I don't even like braiding my own hair. I'm just being honest. I don't even like braiding my own hair. I'm probably gonna get off of here because I'm tired. I'm probably gonna go lay down since I ain't got no kids and knowing Nana didn't pop up. They probably not gonna come back until like 8, 9 o'clock. They usually come back late. Sometimes when they take the kids and go places, sometimes they don't ever come back here. Sometimes they go back to Pop Up's house and they hang out at Pop Up's house and then they come home. So I went down. They went to Pop Up's house and they sitting hanging out at Pop Up's house. Cause they do that sometimes. They be like, "Oh, can we go to the store?" And then they go to the store, and I be like, "Well, dang, where? How long does it take to go to the store?" They be at Pop Pop's house. Oh, I'm tired. I think I'm tired because like all I've been doing is staring at books all day, screens and books. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to enjoy this piece of quiet. I'm about to make me some food. True, I should order me some food. Justice had pizza for his birthday. Like I ordered out the whole day for Justice's birthday. Like he did. I didn't cook nothing all day. They had donuts for breakfast and cereal. Then they had sub sandwiches, and then I ordered like 6 boxes of pizzas. So, oh. And then I'm planning Andrea's 13th birthday party. She don't know what's going on. And she watches my channel. Otherwise, I will tell you all the details. But I'm planning her 13th birthday party, and it's gonna be huge. I do plan on vlogging, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like capture a whole lot because it's gonna be crazy. And I'm inviting as many people I can that have kids. It's more so for like the younger kids. Like a lot of my cousins that I've haven't seen in years, and they reached out to me because of my post that I posted on Facebook about like family secrets. And they reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, like I experienced something similar that what you experienced, and or they had their own perception or experience going on involving the family, and they reached out to me, and it's like we reconnected, so it's good. So I plan on like inviting people over. I think she's gonna have a blast. And she asked me, she was like, "What are we doing for my birthday?" I was like, "It's gonna be lit." She's like, and Andre is very hard to trust people because like especially just what just recently happened, but that lady. So now she's like really struggling to like she don't know how to trust people now. Like, and it's mostly people. Like I told her, I was like, "It's your mama." She's like, "I don't want to get hyped, but you making me want to get hyped." I was like, "Get hyped, girl, get hyped." Get excited. Yeah. It's your birthday. And I'm doing it because like because my oldest daughter, she wanted to go out to eat and go shopping, but this one I want her to feel loved. I want her to feel like she's appreciated, and because you know how it is when you're the middle child. So I kind of want her to feel like she's loved, and that's all. So yeah, and plus it's her 13th. Like if my other kid, my oldest, would have told me she wanted a birthday party, we would have did a birthday party, but she didn't want that. She wanted to go out to eat to the hibachi bar and go spend money. Real teenager stuff. Andrea's not really there yet. She's more about like she'd rather stay home. She's weird. She was me. All right, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. I'm gonna probably go lay down for a little bit, and then I'll probably, if they keep the kids overnight, I'll probably do an all-nighter just so I can get shit done. Homeschooling is good. Akina, I have to submit the paperwork because she doesn't want to do regular high school. She wants to do career. Like they have like two different options. They have a regular high school, and then they also have like a career-based high school. And so she wants to do the career-based where she can do like focus on like art and stuff. So that's what I have to submit the paperwork for her because they haven't I have to it's different with the high schoolers and the elementary schools and the middle schoolers when it comes to K-12 because with her um they get to pick their classes, whereas middle school they just assign the classes for them. But I guess because it's like career and it's more, you know, adult teen kind of a thing, they let them pick their own classes. So I have to submit that by the end of the month so that they can send out all her school stuff, all her new supplies. So that way she's not doing what she don't want to do. But it's good. It's not bad. It took us a minute. Like it was hard for me at first because, you know, the whole adjustment. It's like one thing that we were homeschooling, but it was another one we had to be on shutdown. So it's not like we had no choice. But it was necessary. It was necessary for us to do the homeschooling. It was necessary for COVID to happen because I think it helped us get back to where we were before when we were staying in a hotel and we were on top of each other. So like we were able to reconnect and give a better understanding for them because it's like, different now. So I didn't like we had to like show them like we're here, but like we have to work first. We have to take care of our business and then we can do that. Now, for the most part, some of the kids don't get it because they're not old enough to understand, but at least my oldest, she understands a lot more and me and her on a good page. It's still a process because yesterday Leon got up and he was upset and I had to calm him down and I had to talk to him about it and I was like, things are different now. We have to like stop trying to go back to how things was and you know it's a process. It's not like things are going to change overnight. And even for us, like for me or for Leon, like it's still hard for us because sometimes we react the same way how we used to. So sometimes we have to, for each other, and we have to be like, no, like I understand your side, but like we have to do this different and we're doing that different. And so we always go back and apologize and or do something different or we fix it. Hey, India. So, yeah, it's a process. And for any parent that was in my situation where you grew up in a toxic household and you went through trauma, don't beat yourself up when you resort back to your old habits because it's hard. Like, people don't understand it and they don't get it because that's like 18 years of your life being conditioned and taught all that. And then when you get to my age and now you're like, it's going to take a while. And that's the one thing I love about kids, especially mine, because they're very understanding, they're very forgiving, and they're willing, and because they see how we are trying so hard too. So, but it's hard, I'm not going to lie. But I try not to make any excuses. I try not to, you know, deflect on anything. And I try to be more open and understanding and listening. That's like main thing, but it's hard sometimes because so many kids. So sometimes like I have to tell the other ones like, hold on, we're talking. When we're done, I can talk to you, and because they're always going to compete for my attention or Leon's attention. They're always going to do that. So sometimes I have to like it's a process for me because I have to stop myself and then I have to like talk to the kids. Like there's times where instead of my reaction hitting somebody, or because I feel like I'm being disrespected or they're talking back or whatever, I just tell them as a lesson, like like if once they say it, I be like, think about what you just said. How would you think I should feel from what you just said? Should I be upset? Should I be happy about that? Because it's the only way for me to get them to understand empathy and to understand how to communicate emotions and thoughts across, because how I was taught was not the right way to do it. It wasn't. And I don't want my kids to grow up thinking that's normal, because that's going to affect them when it comes to their relationships with other people, their friendships, and if they have kids, how they raise their kids and their relationship with their kids. And I don't want that. Like, and I told, like, and I even explained that to my one daughter. I said, think about how you're feeling right now because of this situation. Imagine if you had a child right now, and God forbid that don't happen. But I said, imagine you're 14. Imagine if you had a child and you're my age, and your child is feeling the way you're feeling. And she was like, oh, hell no. And I was like, exactly. So we need to work together to fix it. Whether I need to fix it or you need to fix it, or we need to come somewhere in between so that we can break the cycle. And she understands what I meant by that. So she understands that I'm trying to not keep going the same way things has been going for generations, because it's not fair. It's not fair to the kids. Alrighty. Oh, my back. So yeah, I think COVID sucks, but it was a blessing in disguise at the same time. And same thing with like homeschooling. Like, it was hard. It was hard at first in the beginning, but like closer to the end, it got easier. But it was necessary for us to do that, and I'm glad I did, because instead I could have been like, oh, my kid is struggling, or like they're obviously acting out for a reason. I could have just left them where they were at in school and just ignored it and just focused on me, myself, and be selfish about it. And um and instead I decided to pull them out and pull them closer to me so that I can, give them my time and my attention a little bit more than what I was giving them, because they were in school all day. I'm in school all day. I'm working, and it was harder. So now that they're home all the time, I'm able to give them the attention that they need. And now that when things start to slowly get back to normal, which I doubt they will, it's not so much of like a separation anxiety, because how things was is like, it was like just thrown in their faces. Like, we moved, I started back to work, I go to school, I'm never home. So it's like, it was hard for all that to happen at once. Exactly, mommy on a budget. Exactly. And it's the same with Araya, because like I'm showing her, like, how I am with Araya is way different than how I was with the other kids. And that's because I'm not in the same mental space as I was before. But at the same time, I feel like how I was with Araya has always been how I was with them, but they were so small, so they don't remember that. And when they were smaller, I was home and I was more there, whereas now that they're older, it's like I can do what I want. So it's like, it's hard to balance everything for me, because I just I just was like, I need to do what I have to do. I can't focus on anybody else's feelings and thoughts and whatever. But COVID kind of forced us to, because we had no other choice but to stare at each other, or all the walls. Like, Araya, she done ripped the whole damn thing off my wall. And she's like, I'm sorry, mommy, I didn't. I was like, I know, baby, I saw you. Like, I saw you do it. But it's just the fact that she's like understanding and knowing like emotions. Like, she'll watch something and she'll be sad. Hey, silly mommy. And she'll watch something and she'll be sad. She'll be like, mommy, I'm sad. I'm like, why? Why are you sad? And she'll be like, and I listen to what she's watching or what she's listening to. And she's like, and I'm like, oh, baby, you sad because of this happened? And she's like, yeah. But all the other kids were like that too. But it's different when they get older and we're like, you should know better, or we have that expectations on kids, so they kind of lose that aspect of them because they're constantly being told that their opinion don't matter or their emotions don't matter or we don't care or whatever. And it's not intentional for us to say that. It's just that we have stress and we're taking that on our kids. Because I know some people, like, because I was with somebody yesterday, we were filming, and even her daughter said it. And her daughter's 16, and she was like, yeah, you take it out on us. Um, and it's not intentional, you know what I mean? Like, as parents, like, we're so stressed out, and sometimes we don't realize that we're doing it to our kids until they say something. And for the most part, only like one or two kids was saying anything. But I rather them say, like, I'm starting to be more aware and be in a moment so that I can pay attention to the actions and the nonverbal things that they're saying. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, all right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll probably see y'all like Monday or Tuesday. I'll probably upload a video. I'm gonna try and upload a video Monday or Tuesday, but don't quote me on that. Maybe I'll probably do a live. See, Andrea is nonverbal. You know what I mean? So like now it's just like I have to be more aware and I need to be more focused on the now and not so much like on the go because of my job. So yeah, it's just weird. It was just a lot for me that I had to process and I had to work through for myself to realize what I needed to do. So yeah, nonverbal. Yeah. So yeah, now it's different now. Like it's not like as hectic and crazy as it used to be. It used to be, but now it's not as more. Not like it used to be. I mean, of course kids have their little things about them, but now it's at a point where that's who they are. You know what I mean? Like either I accept it because I'm the mom and I have to give unconditional love, or I constantly belittle them for who they are, and that's not fair to them. So, and that's where the issue came in with my mother-in-law, like not Nana. Nana's still here. My mother-in-law, like she didn't she's not at that point where she can accept my daughter for who she is, and sorry, but she's not that little girl anymore. She's not that little kid, that little 2-year old, 3-year old, 4-year old, five, whatever little kid that you still have painted in your mind about her. She's not That's not who she is. She's a young woman and she knows what the fuck she wants and what she don't want. So but I feel like everything happens for a reason. Everything's supposed to happen as it should. So instead of me trying to resist it like I was before, I'm now more zen. All right, let me get off of here. I'm falling asleep. I'm gonna go take a nap. And I'll see y'all in another video, probably a live. I'm trying to get these videos edited and upload, but I probably won't get to them until school's over, and that's not until the 30th. So bear with me, guys. All right.